Well, hello again. It's Nola. I have been tagged by Roseanne, Roxycar11, and by Karina, Shabby Chic, no, Shabby, Antique, and Beautiful. So, I have questions to answer. My first one is, what is my name? My name is Nola Michelle Harris. I was born Nola Michelle Warren. Then I was married before, and I was Nola Michelle Bennett. And my older two boys are named Bennett. And then I married again, and my name is Nola Michelle Harris now. And it's been that way for many, many years. And how did you choose my YouTube name? Well, I've actually used nannies for a long time. Nanny was my grandma, and it's the only grandma that I knew because my other grandma had passed away, and she was Scottish, and we called her Nanny, and I just adored her. So she played a big part in my life when I was little. She died when I was fairly young, but she was only 65 when she passed. But she was an amazing woman, totally blind, but still managed to do anything that she wanted to do. Um, she never saw my face. She would just feel my face to see what I look like. And anyway, so I've always named everything. Any store in the last while has been Nanny's Attic. And then when I wanted Nanny's Attic on Facebook, I couldn't have it. So they suggested Nanny's Attic by Nola. So that's what I took. So that's how I got the name. And your favorite crafting style? Well, I'm not really crafting right now. I've just got this Facebook page, but I do like to craft. I like everything though. I like ribbon embroidery. Uh I like to knit and crochet a little bit, but I can't anymore because my arms get too sore. Um, I like to quilt. I like making cards, and I love playing with my embellisher. Um, I just about anything I like to try something new. I don't really have a favorite craft. And what's my favorite place to shop for craft supplies? Well, that would be secondhand stores. I mean, I do shop online occasionally, and I um I am gifted things by my friends, and I mainly shop in secondhand stores, and I get so many beautiful things from thrifting that you really don't need to do that much shopping. I uh I of course haven't been making anything, so I don't need anything now. I haven't been into Michael's for a year and a half, and just go to the thrift. Actually, I don't go anywhere because I don't feel well, so I pretty much stay home. I go thrifting on Tuesdays because it's a senior day, and that's all I ever do. We shop when I'm out already, and we don't really do anything else. We're real homebodies, and my husband loves to be home, loves to work on his home, and other than seeing my kids, and I don't even see them that often because my two older boys live in British Columbia, and I have a son in Stony Plain, and I have a daughter here in Wabamun, but she works all the time. So, at any rate, that's my life. So, top 5 crafters that I follow. Well, I would follow tons of people. There is so much talent out there. I mean, it's unbelievable. But the thing is, I liked it better when YouTube listed who you watched and what new they had put out. I really miss having that. And I don't have everybody coming up on my thing anymore. So you have to search for people, and that's a pain. But I always watch Gail Fava Floor because she's my best friend. And I watch Lynn Shabalicious because she's my friend too. She helps me on Facebook. She's been just unbelievably helpful to me. And she's such a wonderful person. And wow, she's a good crafter. And then, of course, there's um, Roseanne, Roxycar11. I mean, she's so talented, and we're very good friends. So, of course, I watch everything Roxy does. I like to turn on Roxanne and listen to her when I need to relax because she makes me relax. So, I appreciate that about her. Um, but I like, and Karina's a fabulous crafter. She's shabby, antique, and beautiful. I mean, she's just phenomenally good. But there are, I mean, be, it would be terrible to not list half of the other wonderful people that are out there. I have watched so many, and I do watch so many different crafters. I tend to see what pops up and then go and watch them. I don't have a lot of time for that. I Because I take a lot of heavy medication, I have to rest quite a bit during the day, and I tend to fall asleep. I put on the computer and gone. I'm sound asleep. So, and I wake up and something is half over or whatever, but I backtrack and try to watch everybody, but I do what I can. But I think everybody is phenomenal and everybody is talented in their own way, and I'm willing to watch anyone because we're all good at different things. So, you know, I have lots of favorite people to watch. I don't remember them all because YouTube doesn't list them anymore like they used to. And I truly do miss that. So what is my favorite color? There again, I like pink and green and gold, and I go with the seasons generally. I like sparkly things at Christmas time, and I like spring colors in the spring, and I like autumn colors in the fall, and yeah, I'm just easy to please. The only color that I really am not nuts about is red. I'm really not a red person at all. I don't use red or black much at all. But it's not that and I don't really like red, but I like black. I wear black all the time. But I don't work with it much. I prefer the lighter colors, the more shabby chic colors to work with. What's my favorite tool? My embellisher. That is my favorite thing. I mean, I just could sit at that thing for hours and play with little scraps of fabric and making, new pieces of fabric. But I haven't had time to do that. So, other than my embellisher, I would say um, my glue gun. What do you do without a glue gun? And then of course your machines that cut the die cuts and stuff. They're pretty fun, but it's all fun to play with. But I find that I want something new, and then if I get it, then I'm bored with it in a very short period of time. The only thing that hasn't bored me is the embellisher, and that's a good thing because it was rather expensive. So I've had it for a long time. And then where did you where did your love of crafting come from? I would say it came from TV. My mother was not a real crafter. She had really bad tremor, so she couldn't knit anymore, crochet or anything by the time I was growing up. And my grandmother was blind, so she couldn't craft. But I watched when I was pregnant, mainly after I had my first two boys and I got married again. I I'd had my tubes tied and couldn't get pregnant, and they reversed it, and I got pregnant right away. And I had two babies after that. And when I was pregnant with those little ones, my older boys were in school already, and I watched a lot of, because I am terrible pregnant, I'm sick all the time. So I watched a lot of crafting on TV. I just really enjoyed it. So I watched a lot of crafting and started to craft with my kids. When having boys, they weren't all that interested, but if they had their girlfriends, little girlfriends over, whatever, they always liked to craft. So I always had stuff around that we could make stuff with. So it was kind of fun. So I started out really just entertaining myself when I was sick, when I was pregnant with the last two babies. So anyway, um, and when did I start crafting? Well, that was in when I was about 30. So I was about 30, in my early 30s I started picking up. I did some sewing a little bit and stuff before that, but not a lot, because I never felt I was really good at it. My sister is an amazing quilter. She just is phenomenal at, she just whips the quilts out like left, right, and center. She's amazing, and she's an artist, and I couldn't draw a stick man if I tried. And my brothers were both artists, so I didn't get that talent. I was a good cook. I could bake or cook anything. So that was my claim to fame. I kept a really pristine house, and I was a good cook. So that was my thing. And then after that, my favorite craft at the moment, uh, gosh, there again, I don't really have a favorite craft because I'm not crafting per se, but I'm looking for interesting things for the crafters that belong to my channel on Facebook that want things to craft with, and I'm having fun doing that. It's been mostly fun, but I won't be able to keep this up forever. So, it's fun while it lasts. I may do it another year or so, but I probably won't do it much longer than that. Um, I do have a good time finding things and cutting things up and whatever. I just get tired so fast, and it's just annoying. But anyway, that's my questions, and I guess I need to name some people. So I'm going to name, uh, I'm sure Roxycar is out, she's already done it. Gail, I'll name Gail 504. I'm not sure she'll do it. I would name Lynn Noakes, who is Shabbylicious. Uh, let's see, who else would I name? How about Karen Billinger? Karen is a new person in my group at uh, on Facebook, a new group at Nanny, a new person at Nanny's, and she is from a town I used to live in, and she is just a really super lady and very supportive. And I haven't watched her channel yet because I honestly haven't had a chance, but I'm sure she is an amazing crafter. um, so then who else would I name? How about um, Sonia? Wow, I don't know what her craft name is though. Oh, Sonia, if you're watching, you know it's you. um, And I would have said finally crafting, Winkia, Wink, I can't pronounce her name, but anyway, she's just another beautiful lady who I adore and hardly talk to anymore. And then of course Annie. Rosy Posy Crafts. Annie is just one of my favorite people in the whole world. I just feel really bad because I haven't been keeping in touch with her, and then of course, there's that whole group over there. Anyway, there's just too many to mention, so I'll name those few, and if they do it, they do it. If they don't, they don't. So um, I get everybody else has already been listed. So thank you all for listening, and I hope that was what you were looking for. And I will talk to you soon. Bye now.